Steve, I guess first hit out in the books. What did you make of last weekend?
Well, I thought there's some good tries on the field. I thought both teams attacked quite well. We had an opportunity at the end of the game, 3 or 4 minutes to go there with the line out 10 metres out, and we overthrew it, and then we had another chance literally 15 seconds later, and we missed that opportunity as well. So I thought it was a good spectacle. I think the crowd certainly got their money's worth in front of a Ballymore crowd that obviously wanted the Reds to win. I think they walked away happy. And it makes it hard for us now. So coming out of Brisbane, we've got a 6-day turnaround over into Perth. So we've got 2 training days this week. We trained really well yesterday. We've got another day on the field tomorrow, and then we travel late on Friday night, get in after midnight over there, and then we play at 2 o'clock. So it's certainly a challenge for us, but we're looking forward to it. The boys bounced back really well. Obviously disappointing that we didn't get a win, but the boys bounced back really well this week, and looking forward to the game this weekend.
I guess the theme of this competition is giving guys a bit of a chance, getting some game time in. The learning you'll take from a close game like that, and how to probably take those opportunities. That's what you want in these competitions, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of a combination of setting us up for next year in terms of Super Rugby. So we've got some contracted players who played their first game in a competition for the Brumbies. We've got some club players that have come in as well, and we want to see sort of how they transfer from club rugby into that next level. And certainly, I guess if you just look at the back end of the game, we had an opportunity there with probably our strongest team out on the field to take a win after everything that sort of happened in the game. We had the opportunity there with the line out to sort of take a win, and we didn't ice that situation. So there's good learnings for those guys who are on the field in that situation, and it would have been great to have a trial game coming into this competition, because we probably would have ironed some things like that out, and we would have had a better performance. But we've learned a fair bit out of that for these young guys, and hopefully we turn it around this week.
Looks like you've tweaked things to maybe strengthen that back line to get off to a better start, or what you're expecting from the Force?
We sort of had a disjointed preparation into the first game. Some guys came back into training for the first time a week before. Other guys have been training for 3 or 4 weeks, and those guys that have been training for longer got the opportunity in the first round. David comes back into the team, obviously played a fair bit of Super Rugby for us. Jarrah comes onto the bench, and we like the impact that those guys are going to bring off the bench. Dan Nelson, Joe Dillon and Jarrah McLeod, they play together here in the John O'Dent for Royals, so it's a good combination. We think that combination will work well off the bench. It just gives David came off the bench in our first round, so it gives him an opportunity to start now. Again, like you said before, it's an opportunity for all these guys to develop.
How close are you to finalising that squad prediction? You've got many spots left.
We've got 2.5 spots left. We've got some injury contracts that we've got to put in place. So one in the front row, Tom Wright, with his injury sort of out until May. We need to bring someone in to cover that position, and then we've got 2 full contracts still available, and we wanted to get through this competition. We wanted to see if there was talent within our network that can step up and take one of those spots, or potentially there's someone in Super Rugby AUS who is really standing out and putting his hand up for one of those contracts.
You mentioned the trip over there and getting there pretty late or early, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But is it Canberra straight to Perth, or do you stop in Sydney or anywhere else? Or
It's an 8 o'clock out of Canberra straight to Perth. We arrive at 10:35 Perth time, which is after midnight our time. We'll get to the hotel, probably around 2 a.m. Canberra time, and then we play at 2 p.m. Perth time, which is 4 p.m. Canberra time. So it's a challenge. Like in Super Rugby, we'd normally go 2 days before. We'd train on the Thursday. We'd travel the Thursday night on the same flight, get over there after midnight, but we'd have the next day to go through a captain's run to get some recovery in and then prepare for the game. So it's tight turnarounds. it's sort of what I said at the start. It's a good challenge for us on the back of not getting the result in the first round.
What did you think of the Force in the first game?
Well, impressive defence. You know, the Waratahs came together late, similar to us, aware of their training schedule. They came together late, but they've got some quality backs, quality attacking players, and yeah, the Force held them out for the whole game. And they looked very dangerous, actually. Their attack was quite good. Some young players that have come into the squad for the first time put their hand up, and yeah, quite impressed by their performance. So yeah, that's all part of the challenge now. It's not just a 6-day turnaround, but it's a good opponent that we're coming up against now.
You mentioned those couple of spots still up for grabs. Like, do you have a time frame where you want those done? Like, you know, before the boys come back in, whenever that might be.
Yeah, sooner rather than later, so that we can start planning for our pre-season. But internally, we wanted to watch players in this tournament, both within our setup and in the other teams. So yeah, we'll sort of get out the back of this competition and then spend a bit of time as coaches to determine who we want. Good.
Thank you.
All right, good.
So
Yeah, one more.
Does the weekend's result change anything about how you approach the rest of the competition?
Potentially. It depends how we go this weekend, I think. Yeah, we sort of, I guess whenever you put a Brumbies jersey on, you go out there to win. Whilst it is a competition where we want to give some players an opportunity to put their hand up, we also want to win all of these games. So, yeah, selection for this week, as you can see, we haven't made too many changes. We've shuffled some starters to the bench and vice versa. So we want to keep that continuity, which gives us our best chance of success. So yeah, it's a fine line, developing players, but also coming out of this competition with some wins.
And last one, does the 19s program, I guess 16s and 19s, does that make your job easier? Because these boys, these uncapped boys, come to the squad and they're used to travelling, they're used to training in the Brumbies environment.
Yeah.
How does that impact them when they get to the top squad like this?
Certainly helps us. So there's a number of players. So we've got, tomorrow we've got 34 players training with us. And I would say, looking at the list, half of those players have come out of the 19s program over the last 2 years. So we see it as a pathway. Certainly the John O'Dent competition, we want to see that as a pathway for players. We also see the 19s tournament as a pathway into Super Rugby and the Wallabies down the track. And yeah, we've got a number of the players, like I said, who've played over the last 2 years in that under 19s who are training with us at the moment. Okay.